This is the back porch at night. No light out here. Nothing wrong with it. Just boring. $50 of Govee deck lights? Now it looks like this. Orange, teal, whatever I want back here. But two things I needed were not in the box. This is Govee's deck light kit, the H7067. I paid about $50 on Black Friday. The listed price is $100, but it goes on sale to $50 or $60 pretty regularly. The $100 price just isn't real. Here's what's in the box. 6 light heads in sets of 3, a power brick, a control box, mounting plates, screws, adhesive pads, zip tie mounts for the wire, and a tiny level. Each head puts out 180 lumens, way brighter than you'd expect from something this small, and each one can be a different color. Alright, that's the product. Here's the porch. It's about 15 foot by 11 foot. The 11 foot side is against the house with a sliding door. One of the 15 foot walls is a screened porch, and the other 15 foot wall is the house. Now the lights give you about 33 feet total. The full perimeter of this porch is 41 feet. So there's no way I'm covering all 3 walls. The plan is to run them down the 15 foot house wall and across the 11 foot wall. That's 26 feet, which means I'll have a little extra wire to space the lights closer together. Here's how the install went. Before you start mounting anything, lay out all the lights and figure out which direction you're going. There are 2 sets of 3 lights, and they connect together with a male and female plug. Figure out where your power is coming from and make sure that the male and female ends line up so that they'll actually plug together. If you get that backwards, they're not going to connect. I'm running power from the right side based on where my outlet is, so the lights go from right to left. 3 on the 15 foot house wall and 3 on the 11 foot wall. Each light head is connected by about 6.5 feet of wire. You can mount them closer together by curling up the slack, but you can't spread them further apart. That spacing is fixed. For mounting, I dropped the lights down about 6 inches from the eave. Then I measured in from each end of the wall. I started at 9 inches, marked it, came in 9 inches from the other end, and marked the center between those two. But when I went to mount the lights, the wire wouldn't reach between them. They were too far apart. So I moved the 2 outside marks in to about 12 inches on each side. Since I came in the same amount on both ends, my center mark was still dead center. On the 15 foot wall, I've got 2 windows, and I wish I could space the 3 lights to line up with them somehow, but there's no way I could make it look right with the windows. So I just spaced them evenly across the wall and ignored the windows. I did the exact same thing on the other wall, 12 inches in from the end and centered up in the middle. The shorter wall means the lights end up closer together, but the spacing from the ends is consistent. Before you stick anything down, there's an included level in the box. It's this tiny little thing. Put it on each mounting plate before you press it on the wall. One plate tilted a few degrees, you won't notice. But if one's tilted one way and the other's tilted the other way, the lights will look off. Using the level is the easy way to get consistency. The plates come with 3M adhesive pads for the back, and the box includes screws too. I choose not to use their screws, but I'll get to that in just a second. The adhesive's job is to hold the plate in position for about 30 seconds while I grab the driver and the screw. The screw's job is to hold for the next 10 years, because over time, outside, those pads will wear down and fall off. If you only use the adhesive, you're going to find out the hard way at some point later. The 3M pads hold pretty well. When I had to move the 2 plates after getting my spacing wrong, I had to peel them off. They were on pretty good. Govee includes extras, so I slapped on some new ones and restuck them. I'm mounting to the painted wood trim board right below the crown molding. That's a flat surface that takes the adhesive way better than textured siding would. Like I said, I didn't use the screws that came in the box. I've installed other Govee products. Their screws are the same across every product, and they fail in 2 ways. The heads strip out and the shallow threads strip out the wood. I used number 6 1/2-inch flathead Phillips from the hardware store. Nothing special, drove them straight in, no pilot holes. They'll outlast the Govee screws by a lot. The flat heads sit almost flush in the plastic plate. Not perfect, but acceptable. Once the plates are up, then the light head itself slides into the 2 grooves on the plate. No snap, no twist, no screw in the light itself. It just slides in. And for what it's worth, the slide-in feels secure, not something that a storm is going to rip loose. For wire management, they include these little zip tie mounts. Sticky pad on the bottom, hole for the screw. I stuck the first one on the wall and went to tighten the loop around the wire, and the whole thing popped right off. The adhesive held fine just sitting there, but the second I put any force on it, gone. So the next one, I used the adhesive first to position it, and then put a screw in it to keep it there. And I put screws in every single one after that. The ties themselves look like they snap together, but they don't. They work like a zip tie. You feed the strap through the groove and pull it tight. I used about 6 to 8 across both walls. The corner where the two walls meet was easy. Zip tie mount on each side with the slack coiled up. Now the way the wires run, each light has the wire coming out one side and going over the top to the other side. That's because the lights are designed to run left to right. I ran them right to left because of where my outlet is. If you do the same thing, the manual tells you to route the wire over the top. It's the intended way to handle it. At the end of the last light, there's a connection point for adding more strands. I'm not extending it right now, so there's a screw cap already attached. Just screw it on. Don't skip that. If you leave the pins exposed, moisture gets in and corrodes them. At the beginning of the run, I tucked the wire behind the gutter and ran it down the wall to where the power connects. The power setup is 3 pieces: a power brick with a barrel connector, a control box with a single power button, and the wire that connects to the beginning of the LED strand. On the control box, Govee includes a little adhesive pad so you can stick it to the wall. I stuck it up there and it's holding fine. When I first set this up, I just wanted to test the lights, so I grabbed a little extension cord I had lying around so that I could plug it into the outlet. The power brick was too big to actually plug into my outlet, but this wasn't really the right setup long term. The lights themselves can handle rain no problem, but the power brick can only handle a splash. And then this porch is open to the sky. That means the brick sitting out here is going to have problems. Here's the fix. I ordered a Hubbell MM420C, I'll link it below, and I just swapped out that outlet cover. It's an in-use outdoor outlet cover, and I actually did a whole video on swapping out that cover. I'll link that below as well. Now the power brick plugs directly into the outlet inside the cover. No extension cord, and it's fully weatherproof. The whole swap took a few minutes, and if your outlet is exposed to the weather, just do this. It's cheap, it's fast, and it beats replacing the dead power supply later. The whole install took about 45 minutes, and that includes having to remount 2 of the plates. Without that mistake, it would have probably been closer to half an hour. Before I get into the app and nighttime reveal, if this is useful, hit the like button. It really does help. And if you'd like to see more stuff like this, consider subscribing. For the app, I already had the Govee app from other products on my phone. So I just opened up the app and these showed up when I clicked add. No issues. Everything connected and paired just fine. I did do a quick firmware update to the lights after I connected, and then we were all good to go. The app gives you a lot to play with. You've got solid colors, scenes, music sync. You can even control each light individually or all of them at once. I'll cycle through a few so you can see what they look like. But for everyday use, this is where I landed. Soft, warm white, dimmed down to about 10 to 20%. They are too bright on full power for this small of a space, but dialed back, they work perfectly as accent lighting. I'm already planning to grab the extension set and do my 3rd wall. If you've got a porch, a deck, or a fence line and you want something that looks better than string lights, these are totally worth it. And that's it, 50 bucks, about an hour, and the porch actually looks like a spot I want to hang out in. If you want to see more projects like this, check out this other one next. What's your go-to porch or deck upgrade? Drop it in the comments. I'd love to know about it. And now you know. Go do more yourself.